My friends, we have yours truly getting the 3-star on this base. Now, I saw this plan, and there's one thing, this is why voice is important. You know, I'm going to show you how to use a blimp with an electric dragon, and then law low the rest of the base, okay? I'm going to suicide the heroes, and this electric dragon attacks a little bit different than maybe most of them because I'm not bringing any loons. Loons? What are you talking about? No, I'm only bringing electric dragons in my CC, and I do it on purpose, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So let's pop this one. Let's pop the replay, and I'll kind of break it down for you. So I was thinking about this. I was like, hey, sweepers are here. I could bring the blimp straight across, release it around the Inferno Tower, and I was like, my oh my, look at all the good connections. 3 Edrags would have get serious connections here. High hit point storages, they'll get good connections. And of course, bringing loons would be a mistake. Why? There's 3 wizard towers here and an Inferno. That's not good. That's not good at all. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, I'm going to use my heroes here, and maybe the queen could get the outside 2 air defenses, right? And I was like, I'll let my electric dragons get the queen. And I was like, well, does that work? So I asked Losh, who's the German, he's got a 12-2, and he was like, hey, why don't you just break in with wall breakers? And I didn't even think about it. This is why voice is so important. I was like, I didn't think about it because like, is it even worth it? It just didn't occur to me, you know? I saw the initial plan, right? My initial plan was good, but then I was like, this made it so much better. Just a couple wall breakers. Now, I do have to expend a haste spell early on to get the cannon down, just to make sure the queen goes in where I want her to. Because I'm going to put the queen here, and if the cannon's up, if she steps in, she might not walk towards the bomb tower. She might actually walk over towards the cannon, so we'll get that down. Of course, king will go on the darkest elixir drill, and he'll walk towards the outside, right? And this is brilliant. The timing is another little trick here that I was a little worried about, though. Because I know I would lure the CC with my queen, I was like, well, I got ice golems. How am I going to... And I got a baby dragon. But I don't want the baby dragon only to come to 3 o'clock, right? Because my loons are going to start at 9. I want the baby dragon over at 3 next to the electric dragons and the ice golems over at 9. So what do? We'll find out here in a second. Anyways, let's get into it. Fresh hit, by the way. No scout, no anything. Here comes the haste right here. Just have to clear the cannon. That's all I care about. So 3 loons can do that very quickly. King goes down immediately. I do get like half a tag on the archer tower. Now the minion here is just to make sure the king steps towards the mortar. Queen comes behind. I was almost late on my wall breakers here. You're about to find out how late I almost was. Here comes my wall breakers, my test one, and the cannon almost dropped before I... That's not good. I should have released them just to... I scared myself. Anyways, queen comes in. Look at this huge value. Gonna be able to get an expo. Like, just, again, voice is so critical. There goes ability. Enemy queen goes down. Air defense goes down. So when the E-Drags come in, they're not going to be getting tagged. Here comes the minion at 3. It's going to pull the baby dragon over, right? Only pull the baby dragon. This is the trick. It's kind of complicated. Like I have to pull the baby over, let it get far enough over. Then I got to put an archer so to pull the ice golems away, right? There goes the baby. There goes my archer at 9. Here comes the blimp. All good timing. 2 loons on the back end. Gonna rage up, clone up, and look at this value of the E-Drags. Now comes the Lalo section. Coming in at 7. E-Drag's doing some nice work. Could have put these loons a little bit closer. More loons here at 9. Now, I almost had a huge mistake. I put the warden over here. I probably should have put the warden with the initial loons. But I put the warden over here, and he started hitting this ice golem. Are you kidding me? He's somehow hitting the ice golem. I don't even know why he retargeted. Like, why would he hit it a couple times, and then he retargeted. Thankfully, if he didn't retarget, I would have failed. Anyways, 2 loons on each of these. 2 on the mortar, 2 on the cannon, 2 on the archer tower. Get down that expo. Hasting there. popping the Grand Warden back in Loons is a little dicey. You know, if I had a better Warden to protect with his aura early on, I would have lost less Loons. I almost lost all Loons. I mean, this came down, you know, this was close. This was a close raid. Mind you, it was fresh, so not knowing where the Teslas were, not knowing where traps were, of course, that does hurt a little bit. But notice King and Queen without that huge value at the beginning, and if you go back and watch the Edrags, what did they take out? I mean, EA, the 3 Wizard Towers, some Teslas. I mean, they just got some massive value over there. And, you know, not a crush. You know, there are 2 Loons up. I got 2 Loons left in the bag. And some minions, but cool attack, right? Cool attack. And Edrag Blimp is still very powerful. Again, a lot of times you don't see that. So you got to be smart. If I had brought Loons there, if I brought 1 Loon in my CC, the clone would have cloned the Loons probably, and I wouldn't have got as much value. They would have died to the Wizard Tower. It just would end to the Teslas there. It just would not have been as good as an attack. So that's why I only brought the Edrag. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. We'll get the Wi-Fi issues here. We'll see you next time. Hey, Lou out.